Have you ever received an accidental email on purpose? Have you ever received an email that was meant to be sent to the internal organization about confidential information about an upcoming sale of 50% off or free delivery on this one day only? Um, but in reality, it was actually meant to be sent to the consumers on purpose. Because when you receive those types of emails, it probably seems too good to be true, and well, it probably is. But this type of marketing, this is what you call mistake marketing or accidental marketing. This type of advertising has been on the rise because, me personally, I have actually received these types of emails before of some big promotion in an email about upcoming sales, but it's only meant to be for the internal staff of the organization to know about. It's not meant to be shared with the customers just yet, but it was sent to the customers on accident. Yeah, well, accident in quotations there. Um, but yeah, this type of marketing to me is just so annoying. It's so scammy. But unfortunately, it is here and it is here to stay. So we're basically just going to be looking into this type of mistake marketing in this episode. And there are some recent examples of this, especially in New Zealand, where I'm coming at you from. But basically, let's just go ahead and look into this.
Welcome to the world of Market Talk. Episodes are available on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts.
In New Zealand, there have been two recent examples of mistake marketing, mistake emails being sent out in recent times. So one is from Sabin, which is a online sort of handbag website, a handbag sort of brand here. But they basically just sent out an internal only email to its wider customer base, including a discount code offering 30% off bags, which was only really meant to be sent to the staff members of the company, Sabin. Um, there is also another example of a company here in New Zealand called Breeze Balm telling followers online its marketing girly had made a mistake and enabled free shipping a day early. So all the customers were like, oh, yes, free shipping for a whole day because some intern clicked the wrong button and now we've got free shipping. So there are a few examples. We will be looking into a few more a bit later. But basically, just to go into a little bit about more of what mistake marketing actually is, it's pretty much just intentional mistakes for maximum impact, really. So basically, what happens with mistake marketing, if you haven't received these types of emails before, is it's basically just they send out an accidental email, but after that, they follow up with an apology for the intentional mistake. And some people might catch on early and just think, oh, this is just a scam email. I'm not going to be, worrying about this. But then other people might think, oh, that this is a actual email that was sent to me on mistake. So this is confidential email, like information I've got. So I better make use of this. They might share it online, or might just use the code or whatever themselves. Or so there are different ways people can react. Some might be made a fool out of, but others might just catch on immediately. And when I see these types of scam emails, I just catch on immediately. Um, but they're just so annoying because it's borderline scam, um, but it's actually not illegal at all. Or is it illegal? We're basically just going to be looking into that today. But it's not like the typical scam where they're literally there trying to tell you false information about, your bank account is, under attack by foreign hackers or whatever. It's not like that. Like, it's not completely false information because it is true information if there is actually a sale going on, but it's still very, very unethical and it's borderline illegal. It can actually be illegal in some cases, depending on how the company word the email and that kind of thing. But in general, it is legal, but it's just very, very annoying. It's just very scammy and very annoying, I must say. Um, but basically, from an organizational point of view, from the company, why would you even want to be doing this? Why would you want to be like sending out these scam like emails? Because wouldn't that be reputational, like ruining sort of thing? Like, wouldn't you just ruin your whole business's reputation by sending out these emails? Because like when people see your company, like imagine Microsoft or Apple just sending out these mass like mistake emails that was meant to be sent to the internal organization about like, oh, we're gonna be offering a free iPhone to all of our staff if you enter the drawer or whatever, like isn't that just going to be completely reputation ruining? um well, as it turns out, there may just be more pros than there are cons for mistake marketing. But basically, just looking through all of the pros as to why you would want to do this type of mistake marketing. Um, if you were an organization, basically what you would think is that catching mistakes for consumers is fun. Like people like scrolling through their emails and catching these types of mistakes would be like, oh, I've got a free code right here, a free promotion that nobody else knows about. Oh my God, this is a very exciting thing. So from an organization's point of view, these mistake emails can be a fun thing for consumers, a just harmless thing. So why wouldn't you want to do it? But is it really harmless? I mean, it's just really unethical in my point of view, but that's just how organizations see it. They just see it as a fun little thing, and you might see it differently. You might think, oh, I don't really care as long as it's not taking money out of my bank account. I don't care, but it'll just get annoying because I mean, this whole thing is just on the rise. So, like, once your whole inbox is just full with these types of stupid emails, it's just going to get annoying. So, that's just my point of view there. But it also does create anticipation because using a mistake as a teaser for upcoming events or promotions can generate excitement, I guess. So it can just be an exciting thing. Um, and it also does maximize exposure for your product or service or brand or whatever, or your upcoming sales promotion, because this strategy basically allows you as an organization to send two emails instead of one. So the first email basically captures the attention, and the follow up serves as a reminder. It does also have somewhat of an effect of humanizing your brand. Because when you make a mistake like this as a company, possibly your consumers might not see you as this big, greedy sort of corporation anymore and more of just an actual, organization of real people that do make mistakes because people make mistakes, it's just a humanizing thing. And especially if you do apologize after the email, like you send out a follow up email, because apologizing for a mistake adds a personal touch and it basically just shows that there are real people behind your brand and just makes it more relatable and fostering a connection with your audience, really. So it's just a very humanizing thing. Even though it's not an actual mistake, it was actually just an email sent out on purpose. There are still going to be some fools out there that will think that it was meant to be a real email, basically. So there you go. So there's that, and basically, as we've already gone over, prompting sales with discounts. You can offer extra discounts or extend ongoing sales as a way to say sorry for the mistake. This not only adds value, but you can boost your sales. So you can basically just extend your mistake, really. I mean, there's just so much you can do with this. You can send within the apology email, you could also just say, oh, I'm very, very sorry about this, and to show how sorry we are for sending out this, in quotes, accidental email, we're going to be extending this offer for you and your friends and family. So there's just so much more you can do that. It's actually almost quite wicked, really, from my personal perspective, just the way, companies can be so greedy, but at the same time, you can try to, whatever makes you sleep at night, really. If you want to try to humanize it by sending out an apology email and extending the sale and whatnot, then you go and do that. But it's just a very, very greedy thing, in my opinion. So basically, just to recap, essentially why companies do this is because they think that for a consumer, catching mistakes is fun. People just love spotting mistakes, just like you clicked on this episode here. So there you go, guys. So I think you guys basically understand what mistake marketing is now. But the question remains, does this type of marketing really do more harm than good? And I personally think it does. Because as time goes on, if companies just keep doing this over and over again and keep on sending out these purposeful accidental emails, then consumers will eventually catch on. I mean, you just can't keep doing this forever, and especially in the same company, because if you're going to be doing this with your brand, you can really only do this once, and that one time can be reputation ruining. But yeah, so going back to my point, you can only do it once, because if you send out one email and it's accidental, the consumer's going to go, oh no, it's just a big accident anyway, just get on with my life. But if you send out another email to the same consumer on accident, and you just keep going on and on and on, and you just keep doing it, eventually they're gonna catch on and think, this company, how can they be so incompetent? Like, you just can't do this over and over again. Like, how are they making this many mistakes? So that's going to happen, and then they're going to receive another email from another company that was on mistake, and they're going to go, hang on, I just got this email from another company. Why is it that all of a sudden all these companies are making these mistakes? So eventually consumers will catch on. So this trend can't just keep going on forever. Because eventually consumers will get smarter, just like we're doing with the scam calls. Because I remember when scam phone calls from, like, Indian call centers pretending to be Microsoft or whatever, when that was sort of a new thing, obviously people weren't as aware of these scam calls as they were, or as they are now. But we are getting a bit more clever with this type of scammy sort of marketing and advertising and that kind of thing. So it's not going to be as big of a problem in the future. But for now, we just have to be wary of this type of marketing here. But I just think it can do more harm than good for a company. There's just way more risks and downsides to mistake emails, in my personal opinion, because I believe that it can just result in a loss of trust for the brand. Because if consumers catch on to the mistake that was intentional, it can definitely just cause damage to the business's credibility. Because as I just said, the more these types of emails are sent out on, well, these accidental emails on purpose, the more people are going to realize that these are just scams, and you're basically just going to ruin your whole company's reputation. So nobody wants that. Just keep your company's reputation clean. Because just as I said before, can you just imagine, like, Amazon, for example, sending out these types of emails? Like, it's just it's not going to be good for your company's credibility. I could definitely see, like, Wish.com or Temu doing these types of advertisements. I mean, they've already been doing this. When you receive those emails like from Temu with the wheel that you spin, like you just have to tap the wheel and it spins, and you already know that you're going to get like some sort of discount or something, and you know that you're just not going to be getting a free item. It's just predetermined. I mean, that's essentially the same thing as what we're talking about here. It's just it's not really like a scam, but it's just a very, very overly creative way of marketing, to the point where it's just unethical, really, or borderline unethical. Because they're really just making a fool out of you. Really, they just try to think the worst of you. They just think, oh, these stupid customers don't know anything about these scam emails, and we're gonna get what we want, and yada yada yada. So you guys get what I'm saying here. People will eventually just lose trust in your brand, and it's just not gonna be a good thing. And if the customer or the recipient of the email does find out that the email is indeed fake, then there will be a lot of brand backlash to the brand. If the mistake is seen as manipulative or deceptive, customers might call out the brand publicly. So that's when they might go on to Reddit and post about it and expose the brand. So nobody wants that, nobody wants your brand to be exposed. So it's just best to stay away from mistake marketing, really. So there can also be some legal issues involved. So like misleading advertising can violate some consumer protection laws in some countries. So I guess it just depends on what country you're in. Here in New Zealand, we don't really have any laws against mistake marketing. I mean, unless you're actually giving them information about an upcoming promotion that isn't actually true. For example, like if they say you're getting free shipping tomorrow and it turns out you don't even get the free shipping, then that is a scam and that is illegal. But if the information within the email is correct, no matter who it was meant to be sent to, then, it's not necessarily illegal, but it's just very unethical. But if you send out an email saying that there's going to be free shipping the next day, and there is actually free shipping the next day, then it's not necessarily harming anyone, but it is just a very inconvenient thing to just have all these sort of manipulative emails sent to you. So it's not necessarily illegal, but just very, very manipulative indeed. So there are also, like, from an organization's point of view, if you're going to be doing this, there are spam filters and deliverability issues these days. So, like, on your email, how you've got the, like, spam folder. Most likely, if you send out these emails to, like, so many consumers, the email system is eventually going to pick up that it's just a scam and it's not, like a real promotion that you're doing. So it's just going to go straight to the spam folder, and most people won't even see the email anyway. So there's just really not a lot of point. Because if too many people report the email as misleading, future emails will just go to the spam folder. So there you go. And just to show you guys just how bad Temu is with this type of marketing, they're not necessarily doing mistake marketing just yet, but it's borderline. I really wouldn't be surprised if they started sending out these accidental emails, but you guys get the types of emails that I'm talking about, right? But here we are on the Temu website, for those of you video viewers, and don't worry if you're just listening to the audio, I'll just explain everything here. But what you're seeing right now is the Temu website, and this is a polyester summer tank top that we're viewing right here. But you can just see like how scammy this website looks. I mean, at the top they've got free shipping special for you. And they're saying special for you as if you're some sort of loyal customer. But I think this is the first time I've been on this website at all, like on the actual website. I just usually use the app, so I don't even think I'm signed in right now, but it's saying free shipping special for you for our loyal customers. Delivery guarantee, refund for any issues. Um, Lightning deal, free shipping, special for you. New Zealand, $5 credit for delay. Almost sold out. New Zealand, $18, 44% off last 3 days. Pay New Zealand dollar, $4.71. Lightning deal ends in blah blah blah. Add now, last few. Free shipping, safe payments, order guarantee, and it goes on and on. It is just so absurd. These people just want your money so bad, it is just ridiculous. I mean, these types of Chinese companies will just do anything they can to get their hands on your money, no matter how unethical or really just untrue the information they're giving you is. So I just kind of wanted to show you that because, in my opinion, it's really just getting funny just how desperate these companies are. So if you start to receive these types of scam emails from Temu soon about, this is only meant to be for the staff of Temu, but we're going to be putting this particular item on sale for our staff members for 50% off if you put the staff code in. I really wouldn't be surprised if Temu started doing that, but there you go. So I kind of did just want to show you that there. But basically, just to wrap up this little episode here, so looking into this article I'm just reading from the New Zealand Herald here, just to just to quote them if you want to read the full article or whatever. It's on the New Zealand Herald, but basically, Bodo Lang, a marketing expert at Massey University, said mistake marketing offers tapped into shoppers' desire to find superior value and novelty. So an email with a subject line that claimed an error or mistake has been made might be more likely to be opened. So there you go. These types of emails are more likely to be open than an email just saying, 30% off. So you guys get what I mean. If it's saying like confidential in all caps, for staff members only or whatever, those types of emails will be more likely to be tapped on than just the normal sort of promotional emails. And it will also more likely go straight to your primary inbox as opposed to your promotional inbox sort of thing. So you will more likely see these types of emails if they are just in your like primary email type thing. Importantly, these offers often suggest scarcity, prompting consumers to act now, the professor said. Typically, mistake marketing appears to offer value that is too good to be true, thus manipulating consumers into thinking that the offer can only be a mistake and will expire soon. Using the disguise of a supposed mistake taps into consumers' desire for seeking novelty, and these offers typically suggest scarcity, increasing their persuasive power. The appeal for such offers also means that they may go viral. That is, they are so tempting and exciting that consumers not only use them to buy products for themselves, but also share them with their network, typically online through social media, which is a good thing, apparently. Um, even if it is reputation ruining. So, thus, mistake marketing can spread like a virus across social media and induce consumers to make up the offer and spread the message further. This is called the retransmission rate and is key to viral marketing. So, they're essentially wanting these mistake emails to go viral on purpose. That's what you call the retransmission rate. They just want more and more consumers to just spread these emails on social media so more people will see these promotions. But the professor is essentially saying using mistake marketing is risky for companies. Particularly large reputable brands are unlikely to use mistake marketing as it can erode brand value, result in consumer backlash, and they may result in third party action from the media or industry watchdogs such as Consumer NZ. Or the Commerce Commission or the Financial Markets Authority. So I think you guys basically get the idea. Me personally, I just hate this type of marketing, and I really just hope it doesn't become a big thing later on. I don't imagine this type of marketing will be used by big sort of brands like Microsoft and Apple and Amazon and whatnot, because as we've gone over, it is just completely reputation ruining, and it is just not worth it at all. So without further ado, just let me know what you guys think of this type of advertising in the comments down below, whether you have actually received an email like this before, because I have before, and I just hate this type of marketing, guys. Anyway, without further ado, just let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.
Market Talk is a production of TeamTMS. For more episodes of Market Talk just like this one, visit us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening.